Good evening and welcome. This is a wonderful crowd. I'm so excited that we get to perform for so many people, so thank you all so much for coming out this evening. This evening you're here to hear the Miami-Dade College Kendall Campus Opera Theater Ensemble. This is one of the most wonderful groups of students that I have ever had the pleasure of working with. Not only do they have absolutely beautiful voices, as you're about to hear, they are also incredibly enthusiastic, have wonderful attitudes, and honestly, it makes it a pleasure for me to come to work every day and get to work with them. Tonight, we're going to perform for you some selections from some very popular operas and musical theater pieces, and I think you're going to recognize a lot of the melodies that you will hear. And we're going to cover a span of about 250 years. We will quickly move through that time span, all the way up to almost the present day. And as the wonderful recording that you heard, if you can not talk while the singers are singing, and even whispering can sometimes be distracting to them. Also, we ask that you not take any kind of flash photography, okay? So if you're recording and you have a flash on, we need you to take that off. And if you take a picture and you need to use a flash, do it during the applause and not while the singers are singing so that they're not distracted, okay? Thank you so much, and I hope that you all enjoy the show. We begin our program with scenes from one of Mozart's most well-known and often performed operas, The Magic Flute. In our opening scene, the Prince Tamino is lost in a strange land, and he is being pursued by a large serpent. He prays to the gods to save him, faints, and then at that moment, 3 ladies in the service to the Queen of the Night appear to save him. They look on him and all realize that he is very handsome. While each wants to stay with him alone, they resolve to leave together to tell their queen what has happened.
Horror, destruction, and death are upon thee. Horror, destruction, and death are upon me. Oh, help her, ye venomous snake, abandon me, O gods, oh, have mercy. Her fangs are prepared, her fangs are prepared. Oh, succor me, ye gentle gods, oh, succor me, in this dread hour, oh, succor me, ye gods, oh, succor me.
Master of life, thou now must die.
Unbeknownst to the prince, he was being watched by Papageno, the local bird catcher. Papageno sings about his life, about all of the time he spends watching birds, and that soon what he most wants, which is a wife, he will catch himself a wife, soon and very soon.
A fowler bold in me, you see, a man of mirth and minstrelsy. My name is ever in demand, with old and young throughout the land. I set my traps, the birds flock round. I whistle and they know the sound. I love my lot, I'd not resign, for every bird that flies is mine. I am a fowler bold and free, a man of mirth and minstrelsy. My name is ever in demand, with old and young throughout the land. But nets to set for pretty maids that were the most divine of trades. I'd keep them safely, lock and key, and all I caught should be for me. When every girl belongs to me, I'll sell them all and rich I'll be. With sugar plums I'll line my nest to please the girl who I like best. And if she'll kiss me tenderly, I'll ask her if she'll marry me. And how I'll love my dear young wife, I'll nest beside her all my life.
Another well-beloved selection from the Magic Flute is Hours of Joy, sung by the Princess Pamina. Pamina has fallen in love with the Prince Tamino, and while for some time she believed her feelings reciprocated, she begins to doubt the prince's intentions. She states that the hours of joy that she felt are now gone, and she would rather die than be without the love of the prince.
Not my hope
The plot of this opera is a thick one, with many twists and turns and complications. But what's important to know is that in the end, evil is vanquished and love reigns supreme. The chorus, "Hail, ye new enlightened ones," is the finale of the opera, as all sing a tribute to the gods Isis and Osiris for the good fortune of all.
Victorious, the crown they have won. Their beauty and wisdom will shine like the sun. The brave are victorious. The brave are victorious. The crown they have won. The crown they have won. Their beauty and wisdom will shine like the sun. Their beauty and wisdom will shine like the sun. The brave are victorious, the crown they have won. Their beauty and wisdom will shine like the sun. Will shine like the sun. Will shine like the sun.
We turn now to one of the most famous operas of all time, Carmen by Bizet. We will be presenting a few selections from this opera, sung in French, and we'll start with the Habanera, sung by Carmen herself. Carmen sings of love, which she says is like a rebellious bird or like a gypsy's child, and no one can tame it. She says, "If you love me not, then I love you. And if I love you, beware."
L'amor est un oiseau rebelle que l'on ne peut apprivoiser. Et si bien un faucon m'appelle, si lui convient de refuser. Il y ferme son
In the chorus, Viva, Viva, we hear the people cheer in celebration of the bullfighter Escamillo. He enters in Act 2 of the opera and sings the Toreador song and describes various situations in the bull ring, the cheering of the crowds, and the fame that comes with victory.
Viva, viva le torero, viva, viva le torero, viva, viva l'escamillo, viva, viva l'escamillo, viva, viva, viva.
Une promenade au flambeau se lève encore des courses et de grenades. Voulez-vous avec nous voir mon camarade à vos succès anciens, à vos succès nouveaux?
Viva, viva le torero, viva, viva le torero, viva, viva l'escamillo, viva, viva l'escamillo, viva, 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 viva.
Votre dos, je peux vous le rendre, Seigneur, Seigneur, car avec les soldats, oui, les toreros peuvent s'attendre. Pour plaisir, ils ont les combats, le zirgue place jour de fête, le zirgue plat du autocar. Les spectateurs perdent la tête, les spectateurs interpellent à grand fracas. Apostrophe, crie ta page, poussez jusqu'à la fureur, car c'est la fête du courage, c'est la fête des gens du cœur. Allô, garde, allô, allô, toreador, garde, toreador, toreador. Et songez bien, oui, songez combattant, car oui, loi te regarde, que l'amour t'attend. Toreador, l'amour t'attend.
Toreador anglade, toreador, toreador.
Et songez bien, oui, songez combattant, car oui, loi te regarde, que l'amour t'attend. Toreador, l'amour t'attend. Tout d'un coup, on fait silence, à que se passe-t-il? Plus de cris c'est la ça, plus de cris c'est la ça, le taureau silence et bondissant, orditoril, il se lasse, il entre, il frappe,
We turn now from a little bit of opera to a little bit of musical theater. One of the most famous compositional teams in the world of musical theater is that of Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein. In fact, they have often been called the greatest writing team of the 20th century. Tonight, we'll hear two selections from their second musical, Carousel. The first is the song, If I Loved You, sung towards the beginning of the show as the characters, Julie and Billy, tentatively share their feelings with one another. At the end of the show, Billy has died, and he sings this once again as a spirit, while he watches his beloved Julie. The second selection you'll hear is the final scene, the choral version of You'll Never Walk Alone. Apart from the musical, You'll Never Walk Alone has been sung and recorded extensively. It was sung at the end of every Jerry Lewis MDA telethon for over 40 years, at the close of the 2001 Emmy Awards by Barbra Streisand in honor of the 9/11 victims, by Renee Fleming at President Obama's inauguration in 2009, and is the official song for the Liverpool Football Club, based in Liverpool, England, who have won more European trophies than any other English team. In the wake of the assassination of President Kennedy on November 22nd, 1963, Leonard Bernstein said, "This will be our reply to violence, to make music more intensely, more beautifully, more devotedly than ever before." And so we dedicate this selection of our program to all those who have suffered acts of terror in recent days in Paris, Beirut, Baghdad, Nigeria, and all other places in our world where people fear for their safety. We present two selections from Carousel.
But somehow I can see just exactly how I'd be if I loved you. Time and again I would try to say all I'd want you to know. If I loved you,
We turn now to Man of La Mancha, Mitch Lee's adaptation of the play based on the Cervantes book, I, Don Quixote. We will hear from Aldonza, a serving woman and prostitute whom Don Quixote has mistaken for his beloved Dulcinea. Aldonza is used to being treated roughly, and so she is confused by the gentle attentions of Don Quixote. We will also hear from Don Quixote himself, who sings The Impossible Dream. He is a romantic and maybe a little crazy, but he has a vision of a better world where knights and chivalry rule the day.
Why does he do the things he does? Why does he do these things? Why does he march through the dream that he's in, covered with glory and rusty old tin? Why does he live in a world that can be? Oh, does he want of me? What does he want of me? Why does he say the things he says? Why does he say these things? Sweet Dulcinea, emissive and such, nethermost hem of thy garment I touch. No one can be what he wants me to be. What does he want of me? What does he want of me? Doesn't he know he'll be left at wherever he'll go? And why I'm not loving myself, I don't know. Why does he want the things he wants? Why does he want these things? Why does he batter through walls that won't break? Why does he give when it's natural to take? Why does he see all the good he can see? What does he want of me? What does he want of
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will I am laid to my rest, and the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable stars.
Dream the impossible dream. Fight the unbeatable foe. To be with unbearable sorrow. To run where the brave dare not go. To run where the brave dare not go. Though the goal is forever to fall, to try though you're wayward and weary, to reach the unreachable star, to reach the unreachable star, though you know it's impossibly hard, to live with your heart striving upward, to unattainable star.
One of the most recognizable stage works of our day is Phantom of the Opera. There are many who believe that this is an opera, but it is actually a musical about an opera. Some people are clapping because they know this is true. We are happy to present to you the most famous numbers from the show this evening. We first hear from the Phantom himself as he sings to his protege and the object of his affections, Christine. He sings Music of the Night and sings about his unspoken love for her. Following, Christine sings Think of Me, which is her solo debut in the show. She is first able in this piece to show her audiences the beauty of her voice. After, we will present the duet between Christine and her beloved Raoul as they sing to each other, All I Ask of You. Please enjoy these selections from Phantom of the Opera.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Softly, deftly, night unfurls its splendor. Hear it, feel it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling night, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes and let your spirit start to soar. And you'll live as you never lived before. Floating, falling, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind. In this darkness, what you know you cannot hide. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the life you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Slowly, gently, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the So long ago, how young and innocent we were. She may not remember me, but I remember.
Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade. They have their seasons, so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you will think.
More talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
Share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word, and I will follow you. Share each day with me, each night, each morning. Promise me that all you say is true. That's all I ask of you.
Let me be your shelter. Let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you. Your fears are far behind you.
All I want is freedom, a world with no more night, and you always beside me to hold me in.
Say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Say let me lead you from your solitude. Say you'll need me with you here, beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Christine, that's all I ask.
Then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word, and I will follow you.
Share each day with me, each night, each morning.
Say you love
You
me.
know I do. Love me, that's all I ask of you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you.
We close this set with a number that likely needs no introduction. In the Phantom, there is a huge masked ball with everyone on the set, wonderful costumes, beautiful masks, and all are celebrating because the Phantom has been gone for 6 whole months, no sign of him. And so all get together, sing and dance the popular chorus, Masquerade.
Masquerade, paper faces on parade. Masquerade, hide your face so the world will never find you. Masquerade, every face a different shade. Masquerade, look around, there's another mask behind you. Flush of moles, flush of puce, woman king, woman ghost, green and black, queen and priest, trace of rouge, face of beast. Faces, take your turn, take a ride on the merry-go-round.
And I'm a human.
Eye of gold, eye of blue, true is false, blue is who. Curl of lips, swirl of gown, ace of hearts, face of clown. Faces, drink it in, drink it out, till you drown in the light, in the sound.
But who can name the face?
Masquerade, grinning yellows, fading reds. Masquerade, take your fill, let the spectacle astound you. Masquerade, burning guns and turning heads. Masquerade, stop and stare at the sea of smiles around you. Masquerade, steaming shadows, breathing lies. Masquerade, you can fool any friend who ever knew you. Masquerade, very seltzer, spearing eyes. Masquerade, run and hide, but a face will still pursue you.
What a night! What a crowd!
Makes you glad.
Makes you proud, all the creme de la creme.
Watching us and watching them.
6 months
Of relief,
Of delight.
of Elysian peace.
We can breathe. No more notes.
No more ghosts.
Here's a health.
is a toast to a prosperous year.
To the new
And
chase when they never
Six
fade.
months.
What a change!
What a blessed release and what a masquerade.
Masquerade, paper faces on parade. Masquerade, hide your face so the world will never find you. Masquerade, every face a different shade. Masquerade, look around, there's another mask behind you. Masquerade, running fast with turning heads. Masquerade, stop and stare at the sea of smiles around you. Masquerade, grinning yellow, spinning reds. Masquerade, take your fill at the spectacle astound.
We have come to the end of our program this evening, and we thank you so very much for joining us. We will close with one of opera's and musical theater's greatest hits, a quintessential opera chorus, one of the best-known opera melodies of the past 150 years, Libiamo from Verdi's La Traviata. The solo duet is sung by Violetta and Alfredo Germont, who is in love with her, at a late-night party at Violetta's house. We hope you have enjoyed the evening, and we look forward to seeing you after the show. Here is Verdi's Libiamo. Without the piano, none of this happens, let me tell you. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for coming out. What a wonderful crowd. We so enjoyed performing for you. In the spring, in March, we're going to be doing a semi-stage production of Mikado and a gala at the end. So please stay tuned to those, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.